Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel today. I am Sherry from Hell's Canyon Hustle, where I buy things that I can sell on eBay and other selling platforms to make a profit. Now, if you tuned in 2 weeks ago, I talked about how I subscribe to List Perfectly. What List Perfectly does is help you cross-list your items so you can make more money by branching out to other selling platforms, which I already use most of those platforms anyway, but this is going to help me save time by listing faster and more efficiently. So it's been a little over 2 weeks, maybe closer to 3, since I subscribed to List Perfectly, and I have been listing regularly on other places other than just eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I've been consistent with Mercari. I've also been selling on Poshmark, and I have also listed things on Depop, but I have yet to sell a single thing on Depop yet. The last couple of weeks have been kind of slow. It's been really weird, and the sales that I have been mainly small ones. I'm just going to take you along with me as I package up this weekend's sales. I'm going to pull them out and talk about them, and also talk about my progress with List Perfectly, how much more I've made than just listing on eBay alone, which eBay is the place that I primarily list, and what I usually do is list a few things on Marketplace, and I kind of left the other ones in the cold because I don't have time to list on the others. Until now, I have actually been listing on other marketplaces. I have nearly 100 listings on Mercari and probably 65 or so on Poshmark and maybe 20 on Depop. So what I did is I counted out about 100 per bag, put them in Ziploc bags, and I've been selling them for around average $6 per bag. First, I had them listed for $7 on most of the marketplaces, and I have taken best offers down to about $5 a piece. But since I started using List Perfectly, I cross-list most all of them over to Mercari and to Marketplace, and surprisingly enough, Marketplace has been tearing it up with these things. I have been selling at least a bag a day, sometimes 2 or 3 bags to the same person. And what they're used for is for craft projects. Crafters use them to make mosaic pictures and other projects. And so these have actually sold quite well for me since using List Perfectly. I had them on eBay before, and I probably sold maybe less than 5 bags since I started selling these. And I've had these listed since about June. So about 5 bags since June, and now I'm selling in the last 2 weeks about on average a bag a day. So this bag here is actually going to go to Richland, Washington, not too far from here. So that's going to ship in a first class bubble mailer. And I just throw the bag in the mailer and ship it like that. Since I've started listing more consistently using List Perfectly, over the last week and a half, actually 2 weeks, I've made an additional $120. So that's pretty good, actually. And that's mostly been from those little tiles. There's been a few other things that I've sold, but mainly the tiles. What I had sold was yesterday's sale was this vintage JCPenney sweater. It's in like new condition. There's the old vintage JCPenney tag. And I sold this sweater for, hold on, let me grab my phone real quick. I can't quite remember. You know, I'm getting old and my memory's not that good anymore, I guess. Okay, so I sold the sweater for $25, and I got this at a yard sale this summer, and I think, I want to say I paid $1 for it, yet I'm also thinking $3. So less than $5 for this sweater, and it didn't take too long to sell. I actually have had this listed on eBay for several weeks now, and I just listed this yesterday on Mercari, and it sold last night. So there you go. So another thing that I sold on Mercari this weekend is the sheer front tie, I guess you'd want to call it a kimono. And it's actually fast fashion. It's something that you would get from one of those mail order fashion. It's called Live for Truth. And I sold it for $11, and I think I picked it up for $2 at a yard sale over the summer. Very cute. I almost thought about keeping it myself, but I get pretty cold, and this thin material is not going to do it for me. But it is very pretty. If you can see it in the light here, it kind of has a bit of a gold shimmer. There's gold threads in it. I had it listed on eBay for quite some time without any activity, and I listed it just a few days ago on Mercari, and it sold yesterday. So I went thrifting yesterday, and one of the things that I bought was this Filson polyester lightweight, ultra lightweight vest. It's not vintage, and it's not one of their higher end items, but I still bought it. Anytime I find Filson, I pick it up. And lately, I don't want to jinx myself or anything, but I have been on a Filson roll. I have been finding a lot of Filson, and it always sells quick. I listed this today about 3 hours ago. I listed this today about 3 hours ago, actually, and I've already sold it. I did take a best offer. I had it higher than I expected. I always list a little high, and if I get full price, great, but if I get a good offer, I will take it. And actually, I got kind of where I thought I would be. I listed it for $75, and I sold it for $65, and the buyer's paying their own shipping, and it's going to Florida. So I made 50 bucks after listing this 3 hours ago, and I got this on a very quick thrift trip yesterday when I stopped in. So very easy $50. I love Filson. I hope I keep finding it, and I hope I didn't jinx myself by telling you how I've been on a Filson roll. I have another jacket listed right now for $250 or best offer. It is vintage, it's wool, it's like a hunting jacket, but I think it's women's. And that one's taking a little longer. Men's Filson sells really quick, so we'll see what happens. I had that listed on every platform right now. So I'm going to take you into my room right now where I keep everything, and I'm just going to show you what kind of mess I have going on. Whoop. Yeah, so these tubs here are empty. I just need to get them to go away. I just haven't stopped to do that. And yeah, I've kind of got a mess going on. I'm not going to lie. This is my dirty truth right here. My room, this is things that I still need to list. This is my death pile rack, and this is things that I have listed for sale. Got my boot box, or my shoe box. My other shoe box, this is Avon that I have listed. Guys, I kind of have a mess going on. It is I'll say it's an organized mess because I do have SKU numbers on everything and all the boxes are labeled, but it's getting really hard for me to get in here and find things. I have to find a VHS tape that I sold for $5.99. It is an international order, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, it was only $6. I think I only paid 50 cents or $1 for the movie. So what is the movie? Okay, so I went back to look. It's called The Gateway. It's actually an Alec Baldwin movie with Kim Basinger. I can't even talk today. Tell you what, these bracelets sometimes get my mouth so dried out. I can't wait to get these things off this coming year. I get them off, I think, next fall. Oh, anyway, Alec Baldwin with Kim Basinger, and it's a VHS tape, first edition. I have a rule. I do not buy VHS tapes unless they're brand new and sealed, and I'm pretty picky unless it's a first edition or something. I generally don't buy it. I normally don't look at comps either. If I can get them for 50 cents to $1, I don't care, because if anything, I'll get my money back. But usually I sell them for about $5. So let me see where in this mess, because I have a bit of a problem. That particular listing does not have a SKU number on it, which, how I said earlier that all my listings have SKU numbers on it and all the pack boxes do. Well, that one does not have a SKU number on it, so I'm going to have to wing it, folks. So Let me see here. Is it in here? No. This is a Tupperware dish that I bought in a very, it's a cheese grater. Grate the cheese and it goes in the hole there. I bought that in a lot. Sorry, I'm sure that was loud. And I've separated out a lot of things. These are tiles that I have listed. They're vintage tiles that were taken off of buildings and such, and I've been selling those for pretty good money. Let's see. Ah, looky here. Ooh. There it is. The Gateway with a young Alec Baldwin in it. It's the uncut, unrated version. Speaking of mess, so here's my office. Oh my goodness. I was so excited to have this dedicated office just for myself, and I have all these plans on decorating it. And if you can see what's happened here, I've got Avon here on the floor. I have spools of fishing line that I have bought. My bookcase, it's not bad, but it's not what I wanted it to be. So anyway, what do you like about that? I mean, what do you think about that guy? Which reminds me, if you like this video and would like to see more content like this, hit the like button. Just like that, the like button. And subscribe to my channel. If you do not do global shipping, I would strongly suggest you do. I get maybe 3 to 5 sales a week that go out of the country, and 9 times out of 10, there's no problem with it. So I've had one item come, I had one return request, and I just ended up refunding him the money because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't a big item like that. So anyway, I'll get this one shipped and on to the next item. One thing that I have noticed with Mercari, if you list something, it tends to sell pretty quick. And then if it sets for a few days and gets stale, it doesn't get any activity. So it's not very easy for me to unlist and relist like it is on eBay, where I can just end my listing and go back into the unsold items and sell similar or relist. I don't have that option really with Mercari. I can delist it and then go back in through List Perfectly and just relist it again too if I wanted to. But with List Perfectly, you can't use your phone. You have to be in front of your computer. And a lot of times what I do normally is, if I'm in the car on a road trip like I was this weekend, we drove to Montana, and it was I was in the car for 14 hours. So if I had cell service, I was either watching somebody's YouTube video or checking out social media, or I was delisting products that I have that's been for sale for quite a while and relisting them on my selling platforms. You can't do it on your phone through Mercari, so that's one thing that I don't really like about it. I think someday they'll probably end up with an app or something though, and then I'll be able to do that. So Mercari, $90 since I've started was my total sales. That's not too bad considering I kind of quit selling on Mercari because I didn't have time to cross list. So I'm pretty happy with that. Poshmark, I have made a total of $75 on Poshmark in the last 2.5 weeks. As I said earlier, it got really quiet for me, so I had maybe a week of this time with 0 sales on Poshmark, and then I had just very few on Facebook and Mercari and also eBay. Everything got really quiet right around Black Friday. Black Friday was terribly slow for me, and I ran a sale on Cyber Monday, which was equally, well, not equally as slow. I think I sold 4 things on Cyber Monday, but I don't think I would have sold that if I wouldn't have had the sale. Here's my theory on the whole deal is Black Friday, the retailers corner their market in Black Friday. If you don't have new things to sell, like myself, most of mine are pre-owned, the other markets, the stores actually can give you better deals. I almost bought a pair of jeans on Poshmark on Black Friday. They were new with tags, but I decided to look to see if I can find them online cheaper before I committed. And I actually found them, let me see, there were, I think Zara, if I'm saying that right. The Poshmark seller had them for $48, and that was their offer to me. And I went on to the Zara.com website and was able to pick them up for $28 and free shipping. So I bought them actually. And so I think that's probably why I was a little slow, because I have pre-owned items, and the actual stores that sell the new items had really good deals for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So on to eBay. First thing I want to show you, this is my biggest eBay sale of the week. I sold it for $35. Yeah, can you believe that? Oh, wait a minute. No, that was not my biggest sale. Scratch that. My biggest sale this weekend. How about that? I had 8 sales this weekend, and I only made about $173. Pretty pathetic. Everything that I sold were like $5 items. I don't normally like to list $5 items, but if I buy something in a lot, like a big box, and I'm watching TV or something, and I feel like I should be doing something, I can't just sit. That's just me. I can't just sit and do nothing. Watching TV is doing nothing to me. So I have these little items that I usually list while I'm watching TV, and they're usually the $5 items. Anyway, I sold mostly $5 items all weekend long, except these jeans. So these jeans, they're made by London. You can see there. I got these at a Idaho Youth Ranch thrift store over a year ago, and they are, I listed them as new without tags because they do not appear to have ever been worn or washed, and they don't now because I had them in store, but they were like creased from being on a shelf. Anyway, these overalls, they were quite cute, and I had them listed on every selling platform. These were on Mercari that I never did take them off, but they got stale, and I don't think anybody saw them. They've been on Depop, they've been everywhere, and I finally sold them on eBay yesterday. All right, so the rest of the items that I sold this weekend were just a bunch of different random Avon things from the Avon bot, from the Avon lot that I purchased a couple of months ago. I have candy cane stocking stuffer bubble bath. I have bird soap. Bird soap. I'll show you what it is. It's called Love Nest, and it's got the decorative soaps, guest soap, I guess you want to call it. Oops, I dropped some stuff here. This is a soap dish, and it's got little soaps in it for your guests, and they're little birds. Anyway, they are scented, and generally they're always a different scent. This one happens to be, let me see, what is the scent on this one? I know it has a certain scent to it now. Gosh, I don't even know what the scent is on this one. Anyway, it sold for $5. This sold for $3. The rest of the sales that I had to package up are random Avon items, $3 to $5 a piece, and they are going to go out first class and ship pretty easily. I did have one really exciting sale that happened on Thursday. I already got it shipped out. I had the sale happen Thursday evening. We went out of town on Friday, ship it until Saturday. Normally, I don't ship on Saturdays. I take Saturday off from shipping. And since he bought it on Thursday, though, I felt like I owed it to him. It was probably my biggest sale ever. I went to an estate sale a while back, and if you don't remember, I think I even posted this in a video. I bought this uniform, and I'll put it up here on the screen. It is an Order of the Cootie, which is a fraternal organization from the military back in the World War II era. And the Cootie is a group of guys who go around and they spread joy and cheer to people who are in the hospital. And they have this elaborate uniform with the bug on the back, the Cootie. And anyway, I bought this at an estate sale for $25, and it was kind of a risk for me. I didn't know what it was. The actual people running the estate sale did not have a clue what it was. They said it was possibly a band uniform. I knew it was not a band uniform because if it was an actual band uniform, there would be some markings on there saying what kind of band it was. So I broke out my Google Lens and I took a picture of it and I found out what it was. And then I looked for comps on eBay. The thing is, with this, there were no comps. I found hats, I found the vest, I found bits and pieces of the uniform, but not a complete uniform. So I went ahead and I bought it. It was kind of yellowed from being stored, and I fully disclosed this in the listing, and I listed it really high because there wasn't anything like it. I think it was $575, $550 is what I listed it for. I got a best offer for $400 and the buyer paid their own shipping, so I took it, of course. So I shipped it insured. I rounded up to make sure there was plenty of insurance on it, and I also have it as a signature delivery. So they will not deliver it without a signature. That's just a little bit of peace of mind for me, a little bit of extra insurance for me that it's going to get there and it'll be delivered. I got a note from this guy in my listing, and he is donating this to a museum. Here's the little note that he left for me. It said, "Thank you for accepting my offer. I will be donating this item to the J.H. Rathbone Museum of Fraternal Orders in Lafayette, Indiana. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas." That's so exciting that somebody is going to enjoy it. Future people are going to enjoy it, and they can go by and actually see this uniform because it's actually just a beautiful piece of work. The whole cootie, even as gross as that sounds, is really pretty. The embroidery, the stitchery, and just the history of the uniform. So that is super exciting. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish packaging up my items. I was glad I was able to share a few of my solds with you. I hope this coming week and the next weeks to come are a little bit better for me. My sales have been really slow. I built my sales up there for a while. I was listing daily, listing a lot of items, and then I kind of fell back a little bit just because I got busy. We had Thanksgiving, I had the house to clean up, and just a few other things going on that I wasn't able to list as much as I normally have. But I think I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things and get things listed. Definitely keep my cross posting up. And so I guess I've probably made an extra $100 a week average cross listing with List Perfectly. I'll do a full summary at the end of this month to see if I still do well, and I'll let you know if I'm going to keep subscribing or not. So in the meantime, I'm going to finish packaging these things up, and then I'm going to close it down for the day and relax. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said earlier, if you do like this video and would like to see more content, subscribe, hit the like button, and also you can follow me on Instagram. Until later, see ya, bye-bye.